Hello, 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 and welcome
Hi.
to our episode of Girlfriends Walking in Her Shoes. We have a special treat for you today. My heart is warmed right now. I'm feeling all fuzzy inside because we have a special guest that stopped by today, and she's actually we've known each other for over 34 years. So we're going to talk about friendship today. And we're going to talk about a couple other things. We're just going to have a girlfriend talk. Hey, Denise, how you doing?
I'm good, Dr. Liz. How are you today, darling?
I am doing good. I am good,
Good.
good, good. I am so excited. I'm so happy you decided to stop by today.
I'm glad you invited me.
Man, Denise, 34 years. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a celebration, girl. I should have stopped and got us some confetti and some balloons.
We got a lot of time to do that. It needs October, God willing.
I know that's
Yeah.
right. Man. Um, so usually I have questions that I ask, but today I just wanted us to have a girlfriend talk, walk a little bit down memory lane, maybe talk about, being ready for relationships. Cause you and I have celebrated and we've drank over or had some drinks over
Oh,
some failed
yeah.
relationships.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
We done had some boyfriends, y'all.
Whoa, something you can write a story and a song about.
I know. So
Yeah.
if I was to ask you, what is the most memorable time you and I have had together, what would you say?
Oh, wow. God, that's unfair because there's too many of them.
Well, that's
That's
my point.
really unfair.
That's my point. Because when you have a 34-year friendship or relationship, man, you have so many. What's the first one that we can talk about that came to mind? Because there's some we can't talk
Oh,
about.
I don't know, girl. Doesn't. Oh, I don't want nobody, saying.
Okay, tell a good one. Tell a good one. Well, tell a good one. What's a good one?
Oh, so many different memories. Oh, well, you already talked about that one.
But this is different. This is not. See, also I'm bringing you all up to speed. I'm doing a documentary, and it's called "Falling Up the Crystal Stairs." And falling up the crystal stairs is a journey through my life. And so I knocked on Denise's door, knock, virtually, and was like, "Hey, we need to talk." So we can talk about. Let's talk about the bread, because I know you always talk about the freaking bread.
Oh yeah, yeah. You look at Dr. Liz. She looked like a little delicate flower with some garlic bread, some garlic spread, and some pita bread in front of her. She'll mow that stuff down. She'll mow it down and do it elegantly now. I mean, she will do it elegantly, but she will mow it down. But there's so many different memories. Oh, when we was bad, when we was with Toddy, that's the memory you had.
Yeah, the memory that I had when we went to the Mediterranean restaurant, and I think we both just had a day or something, and we just wanted to just woosah and chill out. And they didn't serve
Yeah.
they didn't serve liquor, guys. So I'm gonna blame it on Denise. Y'all know what she did. We had our little bottle of something, vodka or something, in our purses, and we kind of made that lemonade a day to remember. That was some good lemonade
Yeah.
that day. We
Mhm.
messed up the pureness of the
Yeah.
lemonade. Wasn't it good?
Yes, it was. Oh, Mary, I'm just drawing, and I hate that too because it is like so many, many, many memories. And it's like I'm drawing a complete blank right now. It's like I want to go to the kids, I want to go to Lewis, I want to go here, I want to go to mom. It's like I want to do a lot. And I'm like, well, which one would be a good story to tell? Some of them are funny and some of them are not so funny.
Well, I
Or
think
both.
the thing about a friendship and a sister girlhood, and we talked a lot about this in some of the other episodes. See, a lot of times, I mean, when you say 34 years, I don't take that lightly at all, because so many people come in and out of your life. And I was taught a long time ago that some people come in for a season, they come in your life for a reason, and then some people come in your life for a lifetime. And I think those
Right.
lifetime people are just special gifts. It's so
You
funny
are.
when we were talking about the documentary yesterday. you were talking about, I said that I felt like you were my bigger sister, that would, teach me things, and I could learn by. Then you said the same thing. So you never know.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. A little sister can always teach a big sister some things too. Make
I
no
think
mistake about it.
I know. So I think we just
Yeah,
switch roles. I mean, we just,
right.
man, and that's incredible to me. I think,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the story that we told in the documentary when we talked about, how, and everybody knows throughout the different episodes, that I've gone through domestic violence. And, I just bring up this point because it's so touching to me. And when I listened to the replay, it was just amazing to me that,
Girl,
you
if you
know,
don't.
sister girl, do that though, Denise. You don't want to cry. Okay, we ain't gonna cry today. We gonna keep it light and fun. But I'm just let me just say, when your sister girl got your back, she can stand behind you, to the side of you. You can go to sleep, and she the one with the gun cocked at the holes at, when you're in the army, and you gotta go to sleep. She got the gun cocked, and nobody gonna bother you. You gonna sleep, and she's gonna sleep when it's her turn because you got
Yep.
her. Simple
That's
as that.
the way we do it.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we've been doing
Yeah.
it for many years. So
Right.
Denise, we were gonna talk about being ready for a relationship. So we know each other. So I already put my hand up. I'm not ready for a relationship. I got too many broken, fragmented pieces that I'm putting back together, and that I mean, it's been no secret, because I think therapy is a wonderful thing, and everybody knows that's been watching our episodes. They know I've been in therapy multiple times, and I even have a therapist that's walking through the documentary with me now, and a therapist that I see on a regular basis. Because see, when you break your fingernail, or you break your arm, or sprain a leg, or any of those things, you
Mhm.
you go get help for it. But
Right.
but oftentimes when it's something mentally not connecting, or something mentally that's making you feel down, or what have you, we
Your
don't
heart.
seek help for
With
it.
your heart, emotions.
But if you swallow it and stifle it down, then you know it can't be repaired.
It's not doing you any good at all. Right. Exactly. It's not. And that's where I think I'm at.
Okay.
I think I've suppressed so much BS.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking I'm growing because I've met this person, that person there, but I'm always tweaking and finding something wrong when sometimes there may not even be something wrong with them. And it could possibly be me too, because I'm still dealing with um, the issues that I had to deal with from
Mm-hmm.
way back when. And before I allow myself and him, depending on how nice of a person he is, go through any bull BS, because I'm not going to go through that. And I'm not going to allow that person to go through it either. I mean, I don't know. I've been told I had walls built up, and that was funny to me because I really thought I was being open, but I guess
Mm.
I wasn't.
So you think you have walls built up to what? Why do you think you have
uh,
walls built up?
well, the last real serious relationship I was in was my marriage, and you
Mm-hmm.
know how that went.
Right, right.
So I'm just like extra cautious,
Mm-hmm.
maybe overly cautious. I don't know. I've been told that. But
But
until I'm comfortable, that's just the way it's going to have to be.
And see, we talk about this too, to thyself be true. And that's why I stopped. I ventured into, thinking I was ready to go into the dating pool, and then I ran back in. I was in a 4-year sabbatical. It was like working on myself. And, you kind of think that you're at a healthy place, and then you put your feet back in the water and you realize, nope, I'm not ready. And then you go back.
Exactly. There you go. That's
But
it.
but I've learned this. That's to ourselves be true, because look, I was
Yes.
listening to, and I love listening to different podcasters and listening to their guests that come on. And I was listening to, and I just stumbled upon this the other day. Is Dear Future Wifey? It's an awesome podcast. And the gentleman on there, he had different people talking about, I haven't totally grasped the concept of his program yet, but he's talking to people all over the world about relationships and about love, and
Mm.
about what it really means. But he's coming from a more spiritual aspect of it. But something that he said that I was like, you know what? See, it's like, I do believe that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So now that I found out, okay, I'm not ready to go into a relationship, but I'm still working my way towards it. He said, when you date, do you date with intention and purpose? So are you just haphazardly dating, or are you dating like when you meet somebody, if you take a date with them, is this a person that you can potentially see yourself being with over the long haul, being your partner? Or are you just haphazardly dating? That's something that stumped me
Well,
too.
shouldn't you have to date a person for at least for, I mean, if you're gonna date a person, he's absolutely right. You should go into with the purpose. See, when I was approached like that, with the gentleman saying that this is what he was looking for, and I respect that there. However, it wasn't what I was looking for at the time. And we still talk daily and everything like that there. I'm not ready to be married again and do that again. However, I would love to be his girl. And I want him to stay in my place and his place, and I want to stay in mine. I don't mind him coming by, kicking it for a while, but go home.
But think about something though, Denise, and something something you just said though. You, I think I heard you say you were honest about that. You're not ready to be married. A lot of people aren't
I'm
honest when they're out
not.
here dating. A lot of people don't tell you what their true intent was. There was another thing that, and I did not until today. I think I kind of got a crush on Christian Keys now.
Okay, I gotta look him up.
I didn't have one on him. Hadn't paid him any attention before. But the reason that I say this is because when he was on the show being interviewed, his perspective of things was so real and down to earth. Now he's an actor that's been in a lot of the Tyler Perry plays and things like that. And he's a hottie and everything. But this is the thing though. The thing that he said that just slapped me upside the head, he said that he is not dating. He's dating with intention to be married. He's not dating just to be dating. He's not dating just because of the person's outer appearance and all this other stuff. He's basically dating to
He's looking
find.
for a wife, a
He
mate.
said things should flow with progression. Passion should show. He said there should be a high level of chemistry, a soul connection. He said you have to forgive past hurts. And he said the thing that he had to do was lay on the floor and forgive his stepmom for abusing him because he was holding that.
Hmm.
He said that you focus on the areas that God has blessed you and walk in your purpose. And then when you're operating in high levels of integrity, then the relationship will come. So he's in that healthy space now, where he said before he wasn't in a healthy space. And that's what I was just comparing myself to that. I was like, wow, that's where I was. I wasn't in a healthy place. So when you go out dating like that and you're not in a healthy place, then it's not fair that you bring in all them broken, fragmented pieces to somebody else and say, okay, make me happy, fix it. But they don't even know what to fix. They
Yeah,
don't, and it's not their responsibility to make you happy anyway. It's up to you to come with the full
exactly.
package, right?
Yeah, you're responsible for your own happiness. That's definitely right there. I know, and I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready to be a girlfriend, your lady, but I'm not ready for walking down the aisle with anybody.
Okay, so what is it?
That's
So
that.
do you think that it's because of how your marriage ended that you're not ready to walk down the aisle again? You think that it's some things that need to be repaired first, or do you just think you never want to be married again? Well, you
It's the
don't
whole
know.
package. It's the whole package, Liz. I'm gonna just be honest. I've been married twice.
Hmm.
So it's the whole package. I did the married, working, coming home and taking care of the house and stuff like that. I did all that. Played stepmother, did all of that. Um, it just seems like it's the same thing. It's just a different book to me. And that's where I'm at with it. And
Same thing, different
it
book.
makes yeah, it may sound sterile and cold or whatever like that there. And maybe a little different storyline or whatever. It's I don't want to do it anymore. I did it twice. And I love both of my husbands and they both taught me something. They taught me how to put me first.
And that's key though. That
Yeah.
is so important. That's key. You learn something from it. So something well, the last thing that I want to mention that he said was, he said, focus on focus on making the relationship bulletproof and have peace within it before you take it out there and be a presentationship versus a relationship. And I was like, see, and so I think, yeah, because he said a lot of people want to present themselves like they want to go on your social media. Like I got a man, or he my man, or taking pictures and all this stuff before you're not even working on the relationship privately first. Because one of the things that they brought out that I liked when they were saying that, you know, you put this person picture up and it don't work out, you pull it down. You put this picture up, you pull it down. You put this picture up. So now you got a revolving door. You know, you invited people into your life and it's a revolving door. And it's like, and I think that's the part that I'm looking at is, you know, we even talked about the sex before marriage and we talked about all of these things, but I had so many calls back on that episode that we did about sex before marriage, because I've had people say, no, yeah, that I was wrong in it. Then I had some people call me and say, you know why people can't understand your perspective is because you're coming from a spiritual perspective and you're coming from a place of discipline. And a lot of people aren't disciplined.
So I agree with you. I don't mean to interrupt or anything like that, but I totally agree with how you felt about that. And I'm not saying that based on our friendship or anything like that. I grew up in a spiritual value as well, you know, so I totally agree with you on that. I mean, come on. That's so easy. Why would you want somebody to, I never understood that, but to each his own, you know.
Well, you know, I think I finally got to a point or a place in my life that, you know, I'm willing to wait for what I know is possible. And what I know is possible is a good, solid relationship built on integrity, somebody that's actually answering to a higher power, answering to God versus, you know, they have no conscience. So how can you trust, you know, they say we're dust, right? So how can you lean on dust? If dust is doesn't really have a conscience or really don't answer to a set of standards or a set of morals or a set of, you know, integrity, then how can you trust that? And see, my place of heart, or my heart has been broken into so many pieces, and I'm pulling those pieces back together. And I just don't want to put it in just anybody's hands anymore. I value it much more than that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, you have to be a very, very special person.
Absolutely.
To hold that position in my life. I mean, really, for me to give you something as valuable as my heart, my loyalty, you earned that. You earned that.
That's the key point, Denise. You just hit it. That's the key point. You have to earn it. Yeah. You have to earn it. And earning it means that you're showing consistency, you know, that you're showing consistency. Yes.
That word just fall out of the dictionary. I mean, honestly,
did it fall out of the dictionary? You know what? That's that. Somebody told me you're supposed to have a roster, and I guess that's what men have been doing for whatever. You have a roster, and I think what happens is they get that roster confused, so they can't be consistent.
Girl, I'm like, oh my God.
That's just too much work to me. I'm just gonna put it out there. Girlfriend to girlfriend. That's too much work.
It is.
That is just too much work. Because it's so funny. Let me tell you this. This is really funny. So I was dating. That's why I said I ran back into my I'm not gonna say sabbatical, but I ran back in to gather some more information because I was dating somebody, y'all, and this is so funny. I was dating somebody. And, you know, we were just, you know, casually dating and everything, you know, and really kind of, you know, getting to know one another. And, you know, he started making these, you know, what do you call it? Demands about being exclusive and, you know, and all this other stuff or whatever. But the funny thing is one day we were on the phone and he was fussing about me, you know, working so many hours and everything. And then he sent me a picture, but he made a mistake and put it in a group text. And it went to me and this other girl, right? Or this other woman or whoever she was. And so this is funny because she sent me back some choice words. And I said, sister, obviously we don't know about one another. I said, so there's no need for us to call each other names. She ended the conversation because you see, because women to women, we have to understand that this is a sisterhood. And if we
Yeah,
can't love on one another and take care of one another, who else is going to? Again, going back to
exactly.
a 34-year friendship, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we got each other. We didn't ran into, volatile situations for one another
All
multiple
kind of
times. Your
foolishness.
stuff and my stuff, but we
Yeah.
had each other.
Foolishness and good times.
Oh my, yes, for real. Now,
Yeah.
would it be just wonderful if, sometimes I'm out in the stores or what have you, and I see a lady or whatever, and I'll compliment her on something, I'll tell her, something she has on is pretty, or, whatever. And it's always true. I'll find something that's beautiful about her and say something or
Yeah.
whatever, because you never know what we have to face in a day. And you
And that
never know if
one
that
little
was
compliment, that one little nice word to make the whole difference in her day. No telling
absolutely.
what she saw you.
Absolutely. And you're holding back
Nice.
because there's some stories. There are some stories. I mean, I'm gonna talk about us walking, y'all. We walked miles and miles in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning in the dark. We walked for miles together. We have
Oh no,
eaten together.
that's a good memorable moment. Yeah.
Very, but look, a 34-year friendship. Not only did we walk in the dark together, we're talking about. I mean, that was more than a mile, wasn't it?
Yeah, but at the time we didn't think it because we just kept going further and further. First we went so far and then we said we was going to try a little further. Next thing you know, we started talking and stuff and those foolish men.
we had men conversations. Yeah, sometimes we did man
Yeah.
bash those conversations, but we've eaten
Oh,
together. We used to play, and I mean, we were like, what the one
at
thing
each
too.
other's back. Oh my God.
Yes, what was so
Like when
special
my
too,
car got
Denise.
messed up. I like to die. My girl was like the da 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 da. Rescue.
I'm a problem solver. Let's fix it. Let's figure it out, and then
Yeah,
let's sue them and make them pay
girl.
for what they did to your car. But like I
Oh,
said, we broke bread together. We watched, I mean, we just, just so many things, life
right.
changing things. But you know what? One thing I didn't tell you yesterday that I thought was so special about our friendship
Uh,
is that because I always have to be in a responsible role, and I'm always so serious about this or that or whatever. Whenever we
yes,
get
remember the key
together.
you wore a train. I'm so sorry for interrupting. When you
uh,
said that, it jogged my memory. Remember you took that train that you took a train somewhere to go see your cousin. I think it was in Chicago.
Yes.
You wore a
Yo, yes.
tracksuit for the first time.
I know, right?
You so nice in it, but you look so nice in it. You're not used to wearing like gym shoes and stuff like that.
Well, I wasn't because I was always in a professional arena where I had to wear suits and heels all
Always.
the time. And
But you
see,
look
the
nice.
funny thing is that I could be comfortable with you. Like we were like little girls. We used to run in Sam's Club, grown tail women running in Sam's Club, and it was just. I mean, that was like fun to me. There's like somebody probably gonna put in the comments, somebody get this girl a fun trip somewhere. Sam's Club
Yeah,
was fun, but you know what? It really wasn't the place or the event. It was the company.
right.
It was our conversations. It was just our time together. So, the
Mhm.
the purpose of the day was, first of all, you ought to introduce you to Denise because she is so dear to me. I couldn't have done a documentary. Well, forget that. I couldn't even have grown up if it wasn't for her.
Well, you
She
know that
was
works
right
both ways.
there.
Huh?
I know, but
Both ways.
yeah, through the boyfriends and through the no,
Yeah.
he's not good for you. What are you doing? This one right
The
here would tell you.
divorces,
How the who?
the divorces. You saw me through both of my marriages.
You
Both
saw
of
me through mine too. Both
them.
of my marriages. She
Girl,
was the one in
from
my ear
beginning to
telling me.
end.
I know, right? Right. Through,
Yeah, that's why I'm
through
like, no, no, no. Marriage.
absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely. Well, is
Yeah.
there anything,
Yeah.
Denise, you want to leave our people with today? We just wanted to come and we wanted to share our special bond with you all,
Mm.
and just let you know that having a sister girlfriend. I'm looking for our next outing so we can go somewhere and eat and enjoy
Oh,
each
yeah.
other. So just
Yeah.
it's nothing like having a good sister girlfriend in your corner. That's why we
That's
named
right.
this episode Girlfriends. And so yeah,
And that's
that's
exactly right. So if I mean, if there's somebody out there that have a girlfriend, I mean, one of your ride and dies and she done pissed you off or vice versa, whatever the case may be, COVID is out here. Oh my goodness. you need a ride or die. Everybody need a ride or die. Get with your girl, get with your girl or your guy friend or whatever, and make it right. It can't be that serious where you can't sit down and talk.
That's so good. That's so
Man,
good.
it's real because life is short out here.
Oh my
It's really
goodness.
crazy.
Yes, it
God,
is. Yes, it
I thought it was
is.
crazy when I was growing up, but
It's
well,
nothing
let's
like
hear from my
today.
nieces, my great nieces. I'm ready
Yeah.
to hear from because it's wild out here, and people need to appreciate life more. Appreciate your friends, your cousins, your sister, your brother. Hug them, even if they do get on your nerves. You
Hug
probably get
them.
on theirs too.
And what I have to say too, I love that I always say that ride or die too, and I just think that is so amazing. Sherrod just brought a new something up. He said, "Let's rise and fly together," and I think that's what Denise is saying about just going and appreciating somebody today, loving on somebody today, going to get it right. This is the thing.
Yeah,
Does it matter if you're right or if you're wrong or if you're just happy? Just spend some time with each other, love on each other, because
there you
again,
go.
tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So we
Right.
always reconnect. We may have some periods where we don't, we get busy in our lives or whatever. We always connect back up, and it's like we never even missed a beat. And
Yeah, that's the best part of what we have, though. That
yeah.
really
You
is.
know what? That's a soul tie, Denise, but that's a healthy soul tie, because you look around and say, somebody missing in my life. Where is she? Let me
Yeah.
go find her. Let me
Hey,
climb
lady,
this.
what's
Let me
going on?
climb this gate and find out what's going on with her. So, with all of that, you all stay fearless. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Look out for some things that we have coming up, because we're having some fun over here at the Wellness of Life.
I
Denise,
know
thank you
that's
so much,
right.
my dear, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Love
You're
you
more
so
than
much.
welcome. Thank you again.
All righty. Bye for now.